And we are live to another interactive English. Welcome everyone. Welcome viewers of Teachers Zdenek YouTube channel. And as always, there is a student, and this time it's none other than Matthius. Hi, Matthius. Welcome
Hello,
back.
everyone. How's it going?
It's going pretty well. Was I supposed to answer? No.
I mean, you can.
I
Everyone
think you
can.
were probably asking the viewers. Yeah, obviously you guys can respond to that if you want, because this interactive English is live, which means it's happening in real life. There's no editing done to it. So if we mess up, Matthius, if we say something we later regret, it cannot be taken back. It kind of can be, because if it's a real blunder, then I will delete the video. But it hasn't happened yet. So there is
Hi,
first time
Helen.
for everything, though, Matthius.
Yes.
There's first time for everything. So hi, Helen. Good to see you here. Matthius, do you know what we are going to talk about today?
Of course.
All right, we're going to talk about technology addiction among Generation Z. Why do you think I chose this topic?
Well, because people are always saying that they are addicted. And I can see why they are saying that, like the older generations.
Oh, you mean the older generations say that about the Generation Z?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I mean,
And
overall, modern people are talking about kids that they are addicted. So,
yep. And so why are you a good sort of student to talk about specifically this topic? Why didn't I choose someone else?
because I am in the Generation Z.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to hear. So, Matthius, I've got a few ideas of what we could talk about here. First of all, obviously, as the title suggests, or as the topic suggests, so we're talking about Generation Z and technology. So I think we assume that you are one of the sort of people that grew up with technology or alongside technology. Am I right?
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
But I still spend a lot of time without it in my first maybe 10 years. But
Mm-hmm.
it was somewhere else about there that it started to like come in, and technology started affecting technology started to affect me a little bit. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I just ask our viewers, is Matthius loud enough? I just wonder if we can all hear him. It's not that you're quiet, but you just have a slightly quieter voice than normally. So I just wonder.
maybe is it better?
Oh, yes, it is much better. Much
Yeah,
better.
because for some reason my computer also controls the volume that goes in and out with the single slider, so
Uh,
it's always funny.
this is a little bit better, I think. Yeah. Okay, then. So we assume that you were one of the people that have been still are, so have been exposed. You're one of the people that have been exposed to technology since you were very, very little. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it has been an integral part of your life.
of
And
course.
do you think it's fair to assume that because of that, you were or still are more susceptible, more vulnerable, more prone to addiction to technology?
Well, that depends because it's mostly about the person rather than the technology. Because
Mm-hmm.
even if the person is like from a really young age, they are more reliant on it, but they don't have to become addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
That
I
is
think
the
I'm
same way
supposed. Yeah.
with smokers, that even though they smoke a lot, they are not addicted, but they are more or less dependent on the caffeine and
Mm.
the beneficial things of the
So when you say
smoking.
dependent, so that doesn't sound as dramatic as saying addicted, right? So,
Yeah.
but could it even be worse? Because when you are a little child, should we even be talking about something like this? Because isn't that like that the risk that you will keep this habit when you turn 18 or when you become an adult? Isn't this like super dangerous?
I think it is a little bit, but
Mm.
it's mostly still about teaching the kid about when you should be using the technology and when you shouldn't, so you don't ever use it and then become full dependent on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So another thing we could mention um, is obviously social media. Yeah. So I think they play an important role in your childhood. Obviously, as someone from Generation Z or anybody who was born after that, um, basically they play a significant role, right? You often spend a lot of time on platforms like Instagram and TikTok, and I can
YouTube.
even see some YouTube. I can even see some examples here in Vietnam. Um, and so the reason for doing this is for entertainment, to connect with people, sometimes to seek validation as well, which doesn't sound very good, but it could happen.
I mean, this is the problem of the internet that you can group.
In general, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
If you find
basically,
a if you find a group um, that says that you are right, even though you are wrong, then you think that you are right. So it's not really the
mhm,
problem of the internet. It's just easier to connect with those people.
mhm. Yeah, true. And basically, there is this constant need to get likes and comments and followers, and to have more people that are your friends. Yeah, to this is created in such a way. I've heard some sort of videos about this where they were talking about this dopamine effect that you get when you hear that notification sound. So it's all done in this way, and then they have this algorithm that the people that if you have a lot of comments and likes, then it will be shown to more people. So we are sort of in that bubble all the time, or the kids nowadays. Kids, I would consider myself one of the people that are in that world as well, to be honest. But isn't this more dangerous for younger people that maybe this could lead to addictive behavior and some unhealthy obsessions or something?
Uh, the way that I see it, the kids' minds or the children' mind is really interesting because during that state, you learn a lot. And if you learn
Mm,
that this is a good thing, then you will have that habit that this is always a good thing, and that you crave it, and that's how you develop addictions.
mhm,
And when it's not treated, then it can go into the point where you always are like it, and you always seek likes, and
mm,
that's why
mm.
we have a lot of people that basically are going to the restaurant just for the photo of the food and they don't even eat it
Yeah, yeah, I know
just
what
be,
you mean. You don't
just to
what
get
they
some
don't eat
likes.
it because they want to look like those people with the most Instagram likes, the models with slim bodies. So
Yeah,
it's another problem. It's all connected, isn't it?
yeah.
Mm.
And if it's mostly the problem that the validation is that how would I say it, because it's really complicated as a subject.
Mm.
Basically, when you learn that something is good, you will always believe that it's good.
Okay. Yeah. And then, of course, we could also talk about the internet gaming addiction. Yeah. So you yourself are a gamer. I like playing games. I won't deny it. And we have actually met through gaming. Yeah. We You have been one of the players of my game Kingdoms of Deceit. We met via Tabletop Simulator. Um, so I mean, I think even with the previous generations, gaming has always been popular. was popular. So I don't know if anything really changed with the Generation Z. Perhaps people play mobile games more, and
Um,
there are different types of games like Fortnite and Minecraft and League of Legends and like team games, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
Um, when I would summarize it, I don't think people are people are people are think. Wait, I still think that people are playing the same amount in percentage, but
Hmm.
because we have more ways to get to the games, then people are
Yes.
playing them more overall. And that
Hmm.
same thing comes to the addictions when you think that the only thing is that your unhappiness is to win games, then it can go into this weird thing that you are addicted to winning. So
Yep. I remember this because I went through this stage myself. I remember playing Dota. I was addicted to it at some point of my life. The listeners of my podcast know it. If this is if this is the first time you hear it, guys, I was addicted to Dota for a long time. It actually helped me to get through some really hard times as well. So I don't look back at it or look back on it um, with a lot of self criticism. I just look back on it with no regret, really, and with it. It had to happen. It was supposed to happen like that. It was supposed to happen. I also had a lot of fun along the way. So yes, I wasted a little bit of my time. I won't deny it, but at the same time, it was meant to happen. So
yeah, I mean this is always good. Some addictions are from some addictions you can recover like really easily with games when you realize that you shouldn't really be playing them so much.
hmm,
You can still enjoy them. You can still play them once or twice, which is the
yeah,
same with every addiction. And not always it has to be bad. Like you said, that it
yeah,
brought you some joy, some happiness.
yeah, absolutely, it did. But when you said you're addicted to winning, that's actually what how I felt when I was playing Dota. It was my sixth, 7 year of playing the game, and I felt that exactly that. Had to keep winning, and if I didn't win, I had to play another game, another game, another game, because you play the same map over and over again, right?
Yeah.
And you would play until you won, and then when you won, you were like, oh, now
Oh, I
I'm on a
won.
high, so I might as well play another one because it feels great to win. Yeah. So then you get into this impossible situation that you want to keep playing either way, because you want to keep playing because you won the previous game and it felt amazing, or you want to keep playing because you lost the previous game and you feel shit, so you want to fix that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's impossible to get out of that.
Yeah. That's the same thing with gambling.
Hmm?
Like you have a chance of winning, and
Yeah.
when you win, you really like it, so you want more. And yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the reason
Okay.
why I don't play for winning, but I play for fun. So always when I play a
Yeah.
game, I go with the worst possible thing that is always funny, and I sometimes win, which is always nice.
Hmm?
And yeah,
Yeah. You go with the worst possible thing, which is always funny or fun. What's the right word?
which is fun.
Yeah. Hmm. That's the one you want to use here. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so another point we could mention here is FOMO, fear of missing out. Um, I think it happens quite a lot with this Generation Z, that because there are a lot of like trends and things you could do, and um, sort of new innovations, and there's so much exposure, right? And then when you're
Yeah.
not there, if you're not there, if you're not on Instagram, if you're not on Snapchat, if you're not on TikTok, everybody else is, right? So you're like, everybody else is having fun. I might as well be there. And if I'm not there, it scares me. The idea of not being there, like everyone else, scares me. This is fear of missing out. Yeah. So how do you feel about that?
I don't really have problem with this because I I don't think I should use social media because due to the reason that mostly my mental health would not be able capable
Mm,
that my mental health wouldn't be capable of withstanding it. So yeah, I
Hmm.
don't really use it, but I think it could be like a problem. But that's mostly problem with the society as general, because this was always like, oh, this new clothes were the trend, so you still want to have to, you still want to wear those clothes because it's trendy. But that was always here. But the social media just amplified it.
Hmm. And you could also look at it from the point of view of I constantly need to check my phone because what if I miss something? What if there
Yeah.
is a state or somebody releases a video and I don't see it quickly enough, or like that thing also happens, right? It's also fear of missing out, but from a different perspective. Let's say you just want to be you just want to be there. You want to, for example, this, yeah. So a lot of things are recorded or broadcast live, yeah. So you don't have to you don't have to watch this live, but for some reason there is this added values when you do that, because you can comment, and you are you are watching it the first time you possibly can, right? There's no delay between
Yeah.
the person publishing the content and you watching it. So again, fear of missing out, kind of, right?
Yeah, but I don't think this is a problem that
You don't
much.
think so? Hmm.
But it still can be with the trends because they change really quickly. Like you think, oh, this is good, then in like 2 days, then it's not good, it's horrible, and
Hmm.
then in a week, then it's good again. So now you have to decide what to do, and you can either decide that you want to care about it, so you always check your phone and social media for what is cool or what is not, or you can
Hmm.
just not care like me
Hmm.
and just go with the same thing. And if people say that it's not trendy, then I don't really care.
Do you think that you defy the norm? Like if you think of archetypal uh, Generation Z person, would you say that you are not one, actually? Because you seem to have a bit of distance, or you seem to be not exactly like
Um,
obsessed with it as much as other people are.
because it's mostly with the way I am thinking. I don't really see social media as sort of fun. I mostly prefer
Mm.
being with friends. That's why I
Yeah.
really like board games
Yes.
and playing with friends as well when I'm playing
Hmm.
some computer game. And that's the
Yes.
pretty much the way that I can enjoy a game.
Yeah.
So I don't see social media as source of fun.
Mm. Yeah,
That
I agree with you. I wouldn't be there if I didn't have to do sort of stuff related to my sort of
career.
career, business related stuff. Yeah. So if I want to find students, if I want to sort of make it online as an English teacher, I need to be seen online. I need to show myself. I need to join other people's podcasts. I need to churn out churn out some content, right? I i cannot just do nothing, because then I would have zero online presence, and I do need that, I'm afraid. So yeah. um Hi, Damian, glad to see you here.
And yes, it's 1 hour earlier.
Yeah, it is 1 hour earlier, yeah. Sorry about that, but I had something else that I had to do, so yes. Anyway, another thing we could mention is that social media and generally excessive use of technology can lead to some mental health issues, right? And I think there have been some studies that linked technology addiction to anxiety, depression, loneliness, poor sleep quality. Why is this happening, Matthius, in your opinion?
Well, because they think that's the only thing they can enjoy, and that's basically pretty much always has been there. Just the computer age or the informational age just more or less amplifies it. Because when you like one thing, then when you are without it, that's the addiction symptoms. When you are without it, you feel anxious, you want to do that thing.
Yeah.
Just every addiction has some different problems, and
Mm-hmm.
the computer addiction has these.
But when it comes to social media specifically, it often leads, in my opinion, to like sort of confidence issues because you always compare yourself with others. Like even I can see that because I'm comparing myself to other English teachers, and I'm looking at some of them. I'm like, why do they have so many likes, and why are their videos commented on so much, and why do they have more followers than me? Like, even I can't avoid it. Of course I don't always think in this kind of way. I that would kill me. That would I would you Everyone can see people who have more likes and more followers than them, every content creator. So I try not to let that affect me, but sometimes subconsciously it does. But imagine those young people who just see those idols and they want to look like them, and uh, at a very young age they start sort of beautifying themselves and using makeup and all that, and they stop eating, some of them. Yeah, it can help to serious it can lead to serious health issues, I think, to mental health issues, um, low self-esteem, and just sort of issues with your to do with your image, how I'm perceived by others, and you care about how you are judged by others, and that's just so unhelpful. Especially
Yeah,
especially because the world doesn't, the online world often doesn't care. You meet people there that are not even your friends often, or so it's, yeah.
and can I explain it more or less?
Yeah, yeah,
So
of
what
course.
it means that people don't really like saying bad things to you in person because they don't want to hurt you, and and they fear that you accidentally hurt them. But
Mhm.
when you are on the internet, you can just comment without no issue. That you don't have any
Mhm.
fear that person might
Yeah.
hunt you down. So so
Oh.
people more or less say what they want,
Mhm.
and because we have these weird trends,
Yeah.
uh, so so people just want to follow that trend because to get more likes, because
Yeah.
that's the only thing that they want. But that can also lead to some serious health issues, as you just said. Even what was it? Synonym. I got
Synonym.
this. Synonym. I got
Cinnamon.
synonym that food.
Oh, cinnamon. There's like a spice, isn't it?
That
Cinnamon.
spice, yeah.
Yeah.
So people would just put entire spoonful into their mouths, and then they had respiratory problems for
Mm.
a few months. So that was not always great. Or when they, yeah, I'm not going to
I haven't tried
continue.
that one yet, and I don't think I ever will. Doesn't really. You haven't really sold it to me, Matthius.
Yeah, I know because it's so stupid. One of the reasons why I'm not on the internet because it's so um it's so mind blowing that people are doing
Yeah.
these things just for 2 likes.
Yeah. It's sad. It's sad. But whose fault is it? Is it because the attraction, the appeal of the internet is such that you just can't help it? It's just so attractive and so simple. It's so simple to go there. It's You can even be sort of feeling lazy, and you still can just grab that phone and open that app, and do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's everything else. To do everything else is harder, right? Even like you want to do a sport, you have to go out, you have to put on your clothes. You might not feel very well on that day, or I don't know. So it's just so easy, right? This is so easy. Social media and playing games, and That's the problem because it's just there's no that it has no competition basically.
Yeah, more or less. It's easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of it.
Hmm. That's a good point. Yeah, it's easier
But
to get into, but it's hard to get out of it. Yeah.
but
Hmm?
the trends are, well, most of the trends that I see is just some person doing some completely stupid thing because it's new and people will like it. Then other people are going to do the same thing, and yeah, then you have these weird trends that basically tell you to kill, to hurt yourself for no reason.
Did you say kill your? Did you want to say kill yourself?
I mean, basically most of these are that when one person jumps and the other two people kick your legs backwards so you fall on your head. So yeah, that was a trend for a while. Six people
Oh
had to
my
go
god!
to get 6 people had to get hospitalized, and one person died. So yeah, and this just for a stupid trend, mind you. Also, when
So
people are
is that TikTok? Is that TikTok?
yeah, but the trend just went everywhere. But also you have one
Mm.
that they were um, pu- purposefully giving themselves frostbites.
What?
So
How
yeah,
did they do that?
and they were just sticking their hands into ice.
Like opening a fridge and sticking their
No,
hand into the
they grabbed a bowl full of ice, put it on the table, stuck their hands into it, put salt in it so that the ice would go even colder, and yeah,
Oh my god. Matthius, I hope none of the viewers here will try anything like this. Please don't.
yeah,
We are talking about this to show you the negative examples here. It's not a manual to do it, okay? Matthius, yeah? It's a
yeah.
disclaimer. It was
It's
not my idea, by the way. It was Matthius's idea. If anything happens, it was your idea to
of
even
course.
mention this.
I mean,
All right.
basically, if you are going to do that, that's just evolution. Um, that is basically just weeding out the weak. So
Come on. Nat- the naturalistic approach, the survival of the
yeah,
fittest. Yeah, we have the Darwin Award as well, right?
yeah.
Okay then. Matthius, what about the attention span? Um, can can technology addiction affect your attention span and productivity? You know
Um,
what I mean. Like when you start working and then you're asked to do your job, but you don't do it properly because you constantly have this need to check, this urge to check your phone. So, what do you think? This is something that we should also talk about here.
I think we should, but it's mostly because mobile phones are so easy to pick up and check. So you
Mm,
will always want to check for new trends, but it's mostly the same thing as we talked before. It's just from a different perspective,
mm.
and
But yeah,
that you have to always eat some content to feel alive. So
you have to do what?
you have to eat content,
You okay? Consume.
consume content to
Yes,
feel
probably.
alive.
Mm.
So
I understand. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, I think it could lead to decreased productivity. Yeah, some people might. I think some employers might struggle with these because you want to employ those young talents. They are usually cheaper, right? They don't ask for so much money because it's their first
yeah.
job, and they are not expert at the job yet. So from that point of view, they are excellent sort of staff members. But then if they don't do their job properly because of that, it feels like they are wasting the company's money, or they are wasting their potential or something like that, right?
Yeah, but that's mostly the problem with how much they consume the content as kids, because when you don't use the technology as often as
Mm.
you describe, because it's mostly the everyday day you pick up phone for 30 minutes an hour. kind of situation. So yeah, it's basically mostly self-control and seeking out help with this because there's some serious issue.
Where would you look for help then?
Psychiatrist could help you, like do some things. Your parents, if you are young, or some relatives.
Or ideally, if your parents are psychiatrists, how about that?
I
Imagine
mean, that's just icing on the cake.
that. Yes. Okay, if any of you guys that are watching this, if you are still indeed watching this, I don't know if this is the topic you're interested in. If you're interested, if you are interested in making some comments, please go ahead, because I'm about to have a look at some feedback soon. Matthius, do you have anything else to add?
What else can I add?
You think
Well,
we have missed
the
something?
problem with the mental health issue that I
Yes.
also have with the social media is that when I look at these people and I see those trends as I just described, I say to myself, where the hell did we come to that this is this is good and people like this? Like when you look at it and we describe that people are liking when other people are destroying their heads, then it's not exactly the best for mental health.
It's like you don't know whether to laugh or cry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's the last thing that I should add.
Okay, that's fair enough, Matthius. So I think if there's nothing else to add from the people watching us, then I think we can have a look at the feedback. So as always, I have been making notes as I speak to you, Matthius. Here's the document. I hope you guys can see it. So a few things. How would you pronounce this word?
Addicted.
So where's the stress?
Did
Addicted. Dick.
Dick.
On DIC. Okay. I didn't
see.
say that. I didn't say that. Nobody heard that. Okay. Addicted.
Addicted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. How do you pronounce this one?
Without.
Doubt? No, I think it's without.
Without.
Yeah, without.
Right.
Yeah. So there's the sound. Like when you say these, those, there, without. Yeah. Same sound. All right. You said that somebody is full dependent on it.
Fully dependent.
Fully dependent on it. Yeah, that sounds much better. How do you pronounce this word? Sorry, this is supposed to be purple.
Yeah. Wrong.
No, you don't, Matthius. We have been through this before.
Yeah.
Don't pronounce the first sound, please.
Wrong.
The first letter.
Wrong.
Yeah, say it again.
Wrong.
Much better. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong. Yeah. It's wrong to pronounce it wrong. Okay. It's correct to pronounce it wrong. I really like this verb. This was not a mistake. I just wanted to ask you. I can't remember the context in which you said it. You may remember it yourself. So if you do, please tell us.
Maybe that we crave some likes, some acceptance, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So what does it mean if you crave acceptance? And
you
what was the other thing?
That you crave acceptance, likes.
Likes. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does crave mean then?
Basically the same thing that you want something, but it's on the like really it's a really
deeper level. Stronger emotion.
Strong want.
You really desire something.
Yeah.
You want something really badly. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. How do you pronounce this word?
Treated.
Okay. So one thing I would recommend is this r sound. Yeah. So different languages pronounce the r sound differently. So in my first language, in Czech, we would say r, like r.
Yeah, same here.
In Slovak language, it could be similar. You tell me. I may be wrong.
Yeah, it's same.
But in English, you have the r. It's like r. You sort of roll your tongue when you say that r. You treat it. It's not as strong as it is in our languages. So sometimes when speakers of English as a second language, when they speak English, they sometimes sound funny because of this sound. Yeah, I'm not gonna name the languages that do it most of the time, but it's basically it shouldn't be that strong. It should be like you're rolling your tongue. Okay. How about this word?
Restaurant.
Restaurant. I think,
Restaurant.
right? Restaurant. Let me check.
Restaurant.
Restaurant. Restaurant.
Restaurant.
Say it again.
Restaurant.
Restaurant. Not restaurant, but restaurant.
Restaurant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. How about this one?
Photo.
Actually, it's photo. Yeah,
Photo.
so O-O. Photo.
Photo.
Double O. Double O. Twice. You have O twice. Then you said, when I would summarize it, I still think...
Ooh.
When I would summarize it, sounds really weird.
Ooh.
I think I would use something like if I were to summarize it, yeah?
Or when I summarize it.
When I summarize it. I think I would use if here.
Yeah.
If I summarized it. You know, not when, because when refers to time, right, in English. So
yeah,
I would say if I were to summarize it or if I summarized it.
Yeah.
You know, I would use second conditional. All right, how do you pronounce this one?
Ways.
Ways. Z at the end. W at the beginning. Ways.
Ways.
Okay, better. My mental health wouldn't be capable of withstanding it. I don't think this is necessarily a huge mistake, but I'm not sure you can say it like this. Because capable is usually used to refer to a person. I don't know if you can say it like that. I would personally go for able. Wouldn't be able to withstand it. But this could even be all right, man. I'm just wondering. So if any of you guys have your opinion on this, please let us know in the comments. We cannot know all the answers here, of course. So again, this was a bit weird. You said, can I explain it more or less? What do you think is weird about it?
What is?
I don't know, like this. More or less. I wouldn't use it in a question like this. I wouldn't use it with explain like this. Can I explain it more or less? I think I know what you were trying to say. You were trying to sound less strong, but I would say something like, can I try to explain it? Or can I have a go at explaining it? If you want to sound less strong.
Yeah. All right.
You could even say something like, can I sort of explain it? But it's a bit weird. Can I explain it a bit? Would you say that?
Yeah.
I guess, but more or less, it just doesn't seem to fit here. All right. How about this one? Do you know how to pronounce it?
Cinnamon. But
cinnamon.
Cinnamon. But I have no idea how to I'm reading it.
How to spell it?
I'm spelling it all right. So.
Well, now you see how it's spelled because I've checked it in a dictionary. Yeah. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
There's double N. Double N. CINNAMON. Cinnamon.
All right. I was just a little bit. I didn't understand what the how you not how you say it, how you say it like correctly,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
because I thought that it was wrong, that you weren't understanding me, but you probably haven't really heard of it that much.
Mhm. The most of these trends I see is that was a bit weird too. How could you fix that?
And
Do
most
you
of
do you remember?
the trends,
Do you remember what? Hmm.
most of the trends no,
First of all, I wouldn't use the most. I would just most
yeah,
without the,
yeah,
because you say the most beautiful or the most
yeah,
what uh, absent-minded, whatever. When it's a long adjective, but this is not an adjective. You're just using
yeah.
most of something. Most of us, yeah. Most of the
Maybe
people.
I
You don't
would
say the
even,
most of.
yeah,
Hmm.
even I think I would even remove the of the. I would just most trends I see.
Yeah. Uh, most trends I see. Yeah, absolutely. Most of the trends. Yeah, it seems to be redundant there. You're right.
Yeah,
But I think it's not like the biggest mistake. I think that you cannot use the. Also, I don't think you can say is, because when you say most, then
yeah.
you're talking in plural. Yeah.
So are.
Yeah, that was the actually the biggest mistake here in the end. And then Matthius, I also like this phrase that you use. I'm quite impressed by that, because I know this one exists, but I don't ever use it. So well done. And could you explain it to us? So you said I was just it was just a stupid trend, mind you. You said that. What's
Yeah.
mind you? What does that mean?
Um. So that you would think about it.
Hmm.
Or
I'm gonna Google it to see what.
I don't know, or something
I don't
that.
know myself how, but I know it's used in this kind of way. Used when you want to make what you have just said sound less strong. Interesting. Huh. I'm gonna see if I find a different explanation. Used in speech to give stress to a statement that one is making, so that a preceding or following statement will not be misunderstood. That's what you meant, right?
Yeah. So it wouldn't be misunderstood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or another, there are like three different explanations of this. Another one is from a different dictionary, used when saying something that is almost the opposite of what you have just said.
Yeah. That
Wow,
could also be it.
it seems like there are different explanations of this. Interesting.
Maybe it could be
It's a
used in all of them. There's also the another
yeah,
option.
yeah. For all of them, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said that's just icing on the cake. So first of all, I think it's the icing on the cake. Well, maybe it's okay
Yeah.
with it without the. It's a let's put it in brackets. But I think it's used the because it's like one unique
Yeah.
thing on the cake. But anyway, what does that mean? The icing
That
on the cake?
that because cakes are more or less always like good, but when you have the icing, they look even better.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
more or less, it's basically just the addition
So
to the good thing.
so basically, when you're talking about something and you want to finish off by using the icing on the cake or whatever,
Yeah.
then you would say like that's it's the icing on the cake. Yeah. So you are maybe listing several things, and
The
then there's
last
the
thing
icing on the
is
cake. But it's also kind of the best thing, isn't it? It's also the
sometimes.
best thing. Something that will sort of top everything else. I
Yeah.
think so. Let me check the definition in the dictionary. Uh, okay, something that makes a good situation even better. Yeah, there you have it. And also an unexpected additional good thing. Interesting. Okay, Matthias, and then you said, where the hell did it come to? Where the hell did it come to? I think not where, but what? Matthias, are you there?
Yeah.
I think it's not where. similar word, but not where. I think.
Well, I have no idea what else it could be.
I think it
So
should be how did it come to how. Wait, let me see it again.
where the
How the
how,
hell did it come to this? I would say. How the hell did it come to this? No,
yeah. I mean,
something like that. Yeah.
that does sound really similar, to be honest.
But where the hell did it come to? But you're not asking about a place, right?
Yeah, I'm also about asking about the state of something.
About the state. What do you mean? I'm not sure I'm following.
Um, you have a good situation, then it turns into
Yes.
a bad situation, and then it turns into even even worse
Worse
situation.
situation.
Yeah, and all of these is every single one of these is a state,
Yes. But
and
basically, well, okay. Sorry, I'll let you finish your point.
no, you can go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that the expression is how did it come to this? Because
Yeah,
it sounds like what you were trying to say there, if I'm not mistaken. How did it come to this? Like how did we arrive at this point? How are we even here? Why? How? How did it happen? Like you're sort of you cannot believe it. You sort of asking yourself, wondering why, how this happened, and it's an idiomatic expression in my opinion. So it has to be fixed.
yeah.
Yeah. How did it come to this?
Or maybe be not the way we are asking, but where or to what point we got to with this. Like,
So then you would have to say, where the hell did it come from? Like
yeah,
where the hell did I don't think it works. It doesn't work like this.
or
Where and come to doesn't seem to fit. Where and come to.
yeah. But what would you say when you would come to a city and then you would
Yeah.
go into some street
Mm-hmm.
and you had no idea what the street is? What would you
Yeah.
say?
Where am I going? Where does this lead to? Where does this street
No,
lead to?
where are you?
Huh? Like where did I come from? You could say, where did I come
Well,
from?
well, or where did I come to?
I wouldn't ever say where did I come to. You come from somewhere. You go
Yeah.
to some. That's the problem. You go
Oh
to a
yeah,
place, but you come from a place. You come to a place. I guess you could come to a place, but then it's not from your point of view.
yeah.
It's from somebody else's point of view. I don't
It's
know.
weird.
It's just my opinion. Anyway, you guys are welcome to have your opinions too, of course.
Like
Like
look,
Luke is suggesting, where the hell did it come from? Yeah, but that has a different meaning as well. Where the hell did it come from? Is like this came out of nowhere. Yeah,
yeah,
but that has a different meaning from the one I was suggesting when I said, what the hell did it come? Well, I even can't remember it anymore. Do you remember what it was? What did it come to? Right?
yeah,
How did it come to this? No, how did it come to this? That was the expression. That has a different meaning because that suggests that there was a series of sort of moments that led to that point. Whereas when you ask where did it come from, that's sort of only asking about the origin of that thing,
yeah,
something like that. Anyway, thank you very much for being the student today, Matthius. I hope you enjoyed this.
yeah. I really enjoyed
And
it.
okay, wonderful. So did I. Thank you for allowing me to pick your brain regarding this topic. And yeah, just everybody stay safe. Don't follow stupid trends. And I hope to see you here again next week, especially
Oh,
after what Matthius has told us and all the tips he has given us.
next week. So we are going to do this next week. All right.
uh, yeah, with someone else though. We can't, Matthias. I'm sorry, but if if people listen to you every single week and you told them about all these trends, I think there wouldn't be many of us left here. So
That's the reason why you have to always on social media. Oh God, that's the reason I have to always have new things on social media because people are just going to get bored of them. That's
Hmm.
another reason why these stupid trends uh, uh, came
Yeah.
from.
No, why these stupid trends originate or
Where these stupid
are
trends originate.
created?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the reason why they are created, more
Yeah,
more or less.
exactly. Exactly. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Give us a like. Thank you very much. If this is your first time watching, subscribe to the channel as well. Or you can do both at the same time, you definitely can. And you can even leave a comment. Again, I'm breaking the rule of giving people too many things to do. You should always give one thing. You should always tell them to do one thing. If you tell them to do three things, they will just ignore you. But they ignore me anyway, so there's
Yeah,
no difference.
and we can also say, I am from the Achievers Chamber, and you can also be in this position that I'm in
Yes,
by signing
exactly.
and and joining the Achievers
Yeah,
Chamber.
yeah, and we have had some really cool members joining recently. Yeah, so it's a lively place. We have got the new people joining, and new events are happening as we speak. Tonight, I'm hosting a brand new event. I still haven't meant. I have made a little mistake because I was supposed to tell the group that what time this starts, and it starts in 2 hours. So there's a new event. We're gonna do exam practice. We will look at exams like CPE, FCE, CAE, CIA, CAE, CAE, FBI, all these exams, yeah, and IELTS as well. We're gonna look at all these exams and practice them together, especially the speaking part, use of English, anything that can be done really. So if this is something that might tickle your fancy, you know that expression, Matthius.
Yeah,
If this is something that could tickle your fancy, then um, you can send me an email and ask me about the details. So just read the details in the description of the event, and then you can join. Yep. See you guys. I have to go. Bye, Matthius.
yeah. Bye.
Cheers. Take care.